Hello and welcome to Life of a Diplomat. I'm Ainur Mangali. Today we're joined by a guest whose aspirations alongside economic cooperation include strengthening cultural ties. He believes that communications and dialogues through people-to-people exchanges are key. Joining me today is the ambassador of Italy to Kazakhstan, Antonello De Riu. Let's get started.
At the moment, 17% of Italian exports to Kazakhstan they come from fashion sector.
Oh wow! You see,
this country can become really a superpower of the export of the agricultural products. Kazakhstan is the fourth Asian country out of 6 diplomatic posts. That's just an indicator and a further confirmation of the interest, the personal interest. The main lesson learned of my experience is the dialogue between talking to the people. You can not only enrich your on the personal sphere, but also in the professional. I want to focus on a multidimensional approach to this country, based especially in the mutual understanding and respect.
hello, the ambassador.
Welcome to the Embassy of Italy.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and welcome to the program Life of a Diplomat. So, choose one: Kazakh meat or risotto?
Kazakh meat.
Great. Kazakh cuy or La Scala area?
La Scala of Milano?
Yes.
Opera.
Opera, yes. Kazakh cuy or
Opera.
La Scala opera?
Yes, opera.
Kazakh epics or Roman myth?
In this case, the Kazakh epics. I'm more curious.
Yes. Nauris or Venice Carnival?
Venice Carnival, in this case.
Great. Barsak with tea or tiramisu with cappuccino?
Barsak.
Barsak, great. Riding horseback across the steppe or cruising Rome on a Vespa?
I'm from Roma, so I decided the other. No, I decided the cruising through the steppe with a riding horse.
Great. Astana Opera or Rome's Pantheon?
Rome's Pantheon.
Dante's poetry or Abai's wisdom?
Curious of Abai.
Yeah. Colosseum stones or Golden Man armor?
Golden Man armor.
Dolce Vita or nomadic freedom?
In between.
Somewhere in between, right? And if you were to teach one Kazakh custom to Italians, which one and why?
I didn't understand.
Okay, we'll just skip this question, okay? So, Dolce Vita or nomadic freedom, and you've chosen something in between, right?
In between. No, I said this, but I can repeat. If you don't,
it's okay.
It's okay. In between, just to make a difference.
This year marks a very important milestone with the first ever visit of the Italian Prime Minister to Kazakhstan. And my question here is, what do you think it tells about our bilateral relations and the prospects for future developments?
I have to say that this visit came at no better time because it is the demonstration of the attention through which Italy is dedicating to this area of the world. Recognizing the growing importance of Central Asia in the economics, in trade, also in culture, and it is demonstrated by the high-level visit because, of course, this has been a very important visit, the Prime Minister. But we don't have to forget that the President Tokayev went to Italy, President Mattarella passed here in Astana, and only this year. And the end of last year. But just to tell that in the last 3 years there has been 16 official, high-level official visits between the two countries. So Kazakh members of the government institutions going to Italy and vice versa.
Yeah. So, what is the vision for the long-standing partnership, and how do you assess the current state of bilateral relations between countries?
It has been underlined several times that already there is a very important level of our collaboration, especially in the economic field. Whether I can say that this level, very high level of economic exchange between the two countries is dominated by raw materials, especially the hydrocarbon sector. But the visit of our Prime Minister and the other several important visits, incoming important visits, want to stress also the need of improving further our relations, expanding not only in the economic sector, and also in the economic sector there are several sectors, like industrial sectors, can be still developed, but also in the cultural cooperation. I attach great importance also to cultural cooperation, the so-called cultural diplomacy, because through improving the cultural dimension can also increase the knowledge, the reciprocal knowledge between the two peoples, and this can have also a spillover effect also in the economy.
Yes, that's very important. And following that, the first Central Asia-Italy summit, again, was another landmark moment. And again, if to talk about opportunities, right? So do you believe it opened opportunities, and what opportunities it opened? Not just for Kazakhstan, but for Central Asia in dialogue with Italy?
I have to say that Italy was the first country among the Western countries to inaugurate this format of high-level dialogue. At the beginning, at the level of Minister of Foreign Affairs. And then now elevated to the head of government, head of state one. And this is another further demonstration of the importance attached by our government, from Italy in general, to this area. And it gave the opportunity to discuss several issues, because also not only economic issues, but also political, very important political issues like security, transnational risks like terrorism, like organized crime, and this paved the way to a closer coordination between, in this case, Italy, that however is one of the most important countries in the European Union, and it has been also in the Central Asian states, and it has been a sort of follow-up of the high-level meeting and with the establishment of a strategic partnership between the European Union and Central Asian countries of last April. I want to say that Italy can be a sort of a fair front of the European initiative towards this area of the world.
Yes, that's very interesting. And you've mentioned energy sector. That is, I think the most important sector in the economic dialogue. But where do you see the most untapped potential for Italian businesses? Maybe in other sectors. Maybe we're talking about agriculture, manufacturing, even fashion or tourism. And where do you want to focus on which of these areas?
Yes, you mentioned rightly. Just to, how can I say, to mention the sector of fashion that here is very well appreciated, the Italian fashion. Just to tell you that at the moment 17% of Italian exports to Kazakhstan they come from fashion sector.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite important, because it means that there is First of all, there is still a huge potential. Moreover, apart the fashion, a sector that has been also underlined during the visit, the bilateral visit of the Prime Minister together with President Tokayev, and also at the Central Asian Summit, is the agriculture. Agriculture in the wider dimension. So for the improving the productivity of this sector, and especially for Kazakhstan, in comparison to the other Central Asian countries, has a huge, enormous arable land that can be better developed, better used, and this country can become really a superpower of in the export of the agricultural products, but also in the industrial, let's say, section of this sector, agro-industry. This is another, the processing, food processing. This is through raw materials, because if you can produce raw materials, then you can you can process, and then you can add value to these products, raw products, and creating a brand as we did in the last 50 years.
That you've appointed here as an ambassador of Italy to Kazakhstan quite recently. It's literally just a couple of months. Couple of months. But still, what is your impressions on Kazakhstan's culture, Kazakhstan's society since you arrived here? What was the most memorable thing?
No, absolutely. It was. I was impressed by the genuinity and generosity, and I've been welcomed in a very warm manner, and honestly, I was touched, because usually you need. I've been in several countries during my professional life. You need always few months to adjust, also with the local people. Here I've been welcomed immediately, as I was here since a long time, and this is very important, very essential for the diplomat, because we are assigned to a country for few years, and so if we are able to, I can say, reduce the startup time, we can perform better, we can do better our job, and I think that this is a great advantage that this country gave to me.
Let's talk about your professional journey. You've had a distinguished career in diplomacy. Could you share with some highlights of this professional path that led you to this ambassadorship?
Yes, I should say that in my almost this year it will be the 30th year of career in the diplomacy, and I had the chance to pay visit to several countries, and for let's say a long-term mission like the one here in Kazakhstan, I had the chance to pay visit to countries, especially, I have to say, Kazakhstan is the 4th Asian country out of 6 diplomatic posts. That's just an indicator and a further confirmation of the interest, the personal interest that I have in this area of the world. Of course, Asia is a huge continent with different cultures, peoples, and histories. But during my professional life, I had the opportunity to, let's say, have a deeper knowledge of the importance of economic, especially, and cultural exchanges and diplomacy, especially in the diplomatic post in Korea, in Hong Kong. At the same time, I was confronted to the, let's say, a real change of power when I was in Tunisia, because I was there when there was a so-called Arab Spring, and so the change of leadership, and then the instability that followed up. I had the opportunity to also to confront to the complexities of the geopolitics of the Middle East, being assigned to Iran, also to the post-conflict, let's say, adjustments and also confidence building measures when I've been assigned to Kosovo. That is a country emerging in the last 20
yes. What lessons did you take?
Years.
The most important lessons did you take from that postings, from that experience?
They gave these very hugely diversified experiences gave me the first of all I should say some. If I have to mention some words that has expressed a concept, the resilience and the importance of a deeper understanding of the cultural, economic and social dimension where you are posed. And this is gave me the possibility also, the main message that I took, the main lesson learned of my experience is the dialogue between talking to the people. You can not only enrich your personal on the personal sphere, but also in the professional, because means that you can better understand the situation on the ground and can analyze, proposing some measures to our capital,
I think it's even
to Italy.
even more important nowadays.
We are advisors. As an ambassador, you are an advisor to your capital. And you are the fair front of Italy, in this case, in another country. And so it's very important to deliver messages that are the most possible near to the real situation, so that also you can help your capital, your country to adjust their policies in a better way. Because at the end, our job is always to find a dialogue, to find adjustment with no conflicts, no war, and this is a very important fact.
And this is very important, and I guess sometimes even very challenging. To find the common grounds and to find the ways for the dialogue. It's also very important to represent your country abroad. And here I'm interested in what values and principles have guided you in your role as a diplomat and in your role of representing your country.
Is important for me, is essential to what I want always to communicate, because I have an official position in the country where I've been posted, but at the same time I'm a human being, so through which I want to deliver messages that as an advisor, as a person that can with which is possible to have a dialogue that transcends the official dimension, because through this is also possible to make also a better job.
We know that being a diplomat sometimes can be very challenging in terms of, managing the work-life balance. So in your case, how do you manage to do that? And in terms of your personal interests and hobbies, what do you enjoy doing? And did you find ways to pursue them here in Kazakhstan?
I had the opportunity. For me, it's very important physical training. So this is my outside of my official duties. I try always to find the time to train, and because it's not only a matter of related to the physics, but also to the spiritual dimensions. For me, it gives me balance, inner energy that then after, usually I train early in the morning, I can transfer to my job. And I can do my job in a better mood. That is very important because sometimes you need patience during throughout the day and focus. And this, it helps me a lot.
And with everything that we've discussed today, starting from bilateral cooperation between countries, your professional journey, aspirations and interests, what would be your message to the people of Kazakhstan from Italian perspective and from Italian maybe commitment to further enhance the strategic relations with this country and with this region?
I want to focus on a multidimensional approach to this country, as I also underlined before, that is and based especially in the mutual understanding and respect of the culture, tradition of this country, but at the same time adding some, let's say, innovation in our relations that can bringing here also a part of Italian culture, and not only, that is at the moment probably is missing. So the general idea is always to create the conditions for a better knowledge to our countries, and this, I think, it will be the best success of my mission.